was it? Let me find my girl Nicole's text.
Well, fuck it. Let's just start.
Start it up.
Yeah, there's gonna be a concert next week apparently.
Right. Concert? Nice.
So, what it is, my people, it's the Chico J Serve, and this is the Parental Advisory Podcast. You can find me at jserve954 on all social media, and jserve TV on YouTube. And I'm with my homie, my partner in podcasting, my partner in crime.
This is LOSO, and you can find me at LOSO463, LOSO YT for YouTube.
This is Womo Chiquito right here. Find me on Instagram and Snapchat, Womo_Chiquito.
Yeah, and we back at it again, y'all. It's been a pretty chaotic week this week. You know, over here, for those that don't know, you know, for our listeners, we're based out of South Florida, and if you haven't heard, I don't know how, considering today's media landscape, there was a tragedy that occurred at a high school, another mass shooting at a school campus, and they've caught the guy and everything like that, and it's one of those things where I personally can't speak to anything as far as regarding the school. I didn't go to the school, but I do know people that went to the school. Turns out I actually interacted with one of the victims from time to time at my old job, because it just happened in our own backyard.
I really did.
You know, and our condolences to the families that suffered a loss, in there, and I hope they bury this dude under the prison. But it just sucks because it's that whoa, what'd you do?
No.
You just move something and then all of a sudden there's a hum. No, you move the cable, I think. Check it. Push the cable. Yeah. No, it's humming. There you go. Yeah, you fixed it now. Yeah, don't yank it from there like that. The craziness is that people have gotten so used to the shit now happening. It's like everybody just kind of goes through the motions now.
Yeah.
But it's got you can do an entire fucking episode on just that dissecting everything that happened here recently, but we're gonna try to drop some funny in here for y'all, despite the circumstances. So
I saw I forgot what it's called. It's not a podcast. I don't know why Fox News said it was a podcast, but it's just a commercial they put on. It's a commercial they put on in between NBA games, where maybe you guys seen it, where they have a Kerry Champion from ESPN driving.
Don't shoot children. Was it that one?
No. Oh. Where they have a Kerry Champion, like an NBA player, either a legend, in the back seat, and they just ask them questions. So they had LeBron and Kevin Durant, and they were asking them about Trump. And they they gave their two-piece, and Fox News was basically saying, "Oh, these idiot NBA players, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about." And you can tell LeBron he didn't go to college because he was such ignorant sentences and statements he was putting on. I was like, LeBron's probably doing more than anything Trump has done in a long, long time. I mean, LeBron is opening up schools and helping universities expand.
No, the box.
And Yeah, it's always weird when somebody speaks up from sports. They always just tell them to shut up, like they don't have an education either.
Yeah.
Oh, what you gonna do now? Stupid people be acting stupid, bro.
Stupid is as stupid does, sir.
It's like when Gerardo said when LeBron had the T-shirt.
The rapper?
No, Gerardo from Fox News. What rapper is named Gerardo?
Oh, you're talking about Geraldo.
Geraldo.
Gerardo is the Rico Suave rapper.
I don't even know who that is. So I remember when Tamir Rice got shot, LeBron wore a shirt that said hands up, don't shoot. And they're like, I wonder what if he wears a shirt that says be a better dad, dad to your kids. I'm like, everybody's like, well, LeBron kind of just lives that. He's a dad.
He's kind of the embodiment.
Yeah, I don't think he needs to really wear a shirt. Yeah, he does that. Like when
he's candidate for dad.
When what's his name, Geraldo has 3 baby mamas.
Yeah,
and has child support and doesn't see any of his kids, and he's telling him he has to be a better dad.
Mm-hmm.
Contradiction.
That's all Fox News does. They always contradict themselves.
Always, man. I want to get in those moments where they're just like, just fucking up their own words.
Fox News is so bad now. I kind of wish Bill O'Reilly was there because he at least made it funny.
Nah,
with the shit he did, it was so absurd. I actually used to love watching Bill O'Reilly because it's like depending on who it was, I'd love to see the shouting match. Like if it was like Jon Stewart or back in the day Carwin. Oh my god, it'd be shouting matches, and it would just be him shouting at them because he's just hitting them with facts, and like he just can't handle it. He just got to yell at you.
That was funny. Like the Bill, I remember seeing one of Bill O'Reilly with Jon Stewart, and he's like, "Why are you yelling?"
And he's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" I'm like, I think it was. Yeah, I remember he was trying to complain that Common was going to the White House. Mm-hmm. He's like, "Well, Bob Dylan went to the White House," and they're saying, "Well, Common likes he likes a civil rights activist that's in Cuba now. She was somebody who shot a police officer,
Asada Shakur."
Yeah, mm-hmm. And they're like, "Well, yeah, he thinks this woman is cool." And I was like, "Well, yeah, well, Bob Dylan liked the Hurricane. You remember the Hurricane, right? The guy who fucking shot a police officer too." And they're like, he wrote a song about him. He went that far. He wrote a song about him. Common didn't write a song about anybody. Yeah. He just said, I can see her views. That's it.
He referenced her song. No, he did write a song about her.
Not at that time.
No, that's what it was about.
No.
I think the song is called like A Letter to Asada.
I wouldn't know. I stopped listening to Common a long time ago. When it came to music, at least.
Why?
I just fell out of that. Like his music fell out of my rotation because it was just taking too long to make music after a while. Sort of like Dr. Dre. I used to listen to Dr. Dre a lot, but after Still Dre or that last album he had, just after a while, it's just music just fell out of my rotation.
Oh, you mean 2001?
Yeah. I think around 2008, I was just like, "Yep, all right."
I mean, that sounds kind of legit. So I mean, not hating here, but still, I'd be jamming to Dre.
Yeah, if it comes on the radio, I'm jamming that shit. Including California Love. It's one of my favorite Jay and Pac songs. I've been watching a lot of America's Got Talent, Britain's Got Talent. Like the greatest performances they've had so far.
You like those shows?
I just liked certain performances.
No judge. I'm not asking. No judgments. I'm just asking.
No, I never sat down to watch one.
No, I feel you.
But on the computer, I'll watch like when I see some on the news or they pop up on Facebook or something. I then watch that particular performance and see what they did.
I do that shit. Yeah, I do that shit. Like, look at this amazing midget sing like an opera singer or something.
Well, there was this one one I saw.
I'm just saying it'd be something like that. Like
I went down a rabbit hole yesterday watching just a lot of them because I saw on Facebook it was a young girl, couldn't be more than 13, and she was singing like opera.
Are you talking about the one who did the Fifth Element opera?
Yeah.
And she was over there in Europe.
And Simon was just like, what the like, literally, he's saying, what the like, on live TV. Like, he couldn't believe it. Like, at one point, she's singing. He's like, she's 12. This is impossible. And it kind of was when you hear the voice and you see it coming from her body. You're like, this just doesn't look real.
Yeah. I feel you. Like, did you ever see the one that had?
I saw a lot last night. I was just going through a rabbit hole.
You might have seen the one that I'm talking about because it was this girl who basically looked like Justin Bieber, but she could sing and play the guitar like.
Oh, she was playing like it was like a small guitar she had.
A ukulele?
Not like it was small to fit her frame. She was really small.
It was a performance guitar. For her.
Yeah.
Oh, she was a midget?
No. She was like
wasn't a midget.
12.
What's with the midgets right now? What the
She's
fuck?
like 12 or 10.
I'm feeling a little
10.
midgety. I fidget for a midget.
She was They gave her like I guess that show has like a golden buzzer thing where if you get the golden buzzer you just go all the way to the live performance. You don't gotta wait.
The golden buzzer.
They basically just went around like hell yeah. Blah.
Yeah, so they do. It's a yes for me. It's a yes for me. But sometimes if the performance is like mind blowing, they'll fucking like hit this buzzer.
Me cock. Yeah, there's some crazy shit.
Basically, you know, even though they're America, there's got to be a British person in there.
Yeah, the ones I've always dug is the somewhat inspirational ones. You know, like this. This single mother is a mother of 4 and she works 3 jobs and she's a great mother. She can also sing like a fucking demon.
There was one that caught my eye, man. Like, and I almost got teary eyed because I was watching it, and it was actually really sad. Like, it was the guy. The guy got on stage and he was shaking, like, and it was like, well, I'm just doing this for my dad, you know. And he was super, like, he's shaking like that. I'm like, whoa, this guy's nervous.
Wait, is it a black dude?
No, he was white. He was from London, I think. But he had like a Wales accent, like, you know what I mean? Like, he had a Welsh, like a Welsh accent. Like, I was like, is he really from London? Like,
you know Welsh accents?
Well, I know him from Bale. Like, Bale's one of my favorite players, so like I know that type of accent because of him.
Fair enough.
So I was like.
I'm like, how the fuck would you know what a Welsh accent sounds like?
Was it pretty Welsh? Was it pretty Welsh?
It was. Like, when I hear a London cat, it's more like London is more like it's like when you hear a New York accent. It's a little bit smoother, but like Welsh is like,
hey mate, I'm walking here.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't like
that's all straight.
He was more like
I said the wrong.
He was
words.
more like, you know, my dad, and then you know, it was like that type. It was like, it's like the one that it's like every time you speak it, you have a soft voice. It's that type of accent. So, like, he was super nervous. His legs were shaking. And they asked him, he was like, so what are you going to sing for us? And he's like, well, you know, my grandfather passed away. And, like, at his funeral, we played a song that was his favorite to commemorate his life. So he's going to sing that. And it was a song, What Is Love in It? You know that one?
What?
I don't even know where you're going.
I don't remember the lyrics. I just know what is.
You just turned it in
what
the
is
middle.
love?
I thought he was gonna do like the fucking Night of the Raspberry. What is love?
Yeah, no.
It's the other one. It's like, what is love? It is a rainbow. That song, I forgot what it is. You don't know that song, really? I've actually heard that song a lot growing up.
I bet you those aren't even the lyrics.
No, that's actually how it starts.
If there's a listener out there, please let us know what the fucking song he's.
But so he played it right, and it was like shocking because it's like when you saw him, you didn't really think singer at all. You thought just regular dude, and he sung, and like literally everybody was thrown away. Like they were like, "Yo, this mother."
Like he had one of those appearances. Like
he had one of those
Boyle
unique.
kind of
like he had a great voice. Like it was really because he was shaking so much. And like the way he obviously you judge it a lot by looks on when they come on. So like you looking at him and you're like, damn, this is gonna go bad. And then he just opened his mouth and it's just like, oh shit, this motherfucker could sing.
I love those moments, man.
And then he ended up getting he didn't get a golden buzzer, but he made it. Like I don't even know if that season had the golden buzzer because they weren't in a stadium. They were like in a small. Like if you like not a American Airlines Arena Stadium, more like the Panther Stadium, much smaller in size.
bro.
I forgot what it.
Like an amphitheater almost.
Yeah, something like that. So, and I was like, yeah, that was dope. He ended the song crying because he couldn't go through it, and then when he finished it, he just dropped his knees, like his legs gave out.
What a bitch!
Take that shit home, you fucking pussy.
But
There's half a Momo falling to his knees, all dramatic and shit.
my favorite one was this one guy who does the piano, but he does like Beethoven shit, but then he mixes it with like what they do, like what's his name, like do with the mask, do with the mouse mask that he wears.
Danger Mouse?
Dead Mouse, yeah.
Oh, Danger Mouse.
He just has the pad.
Wow.
He just has the pad, right? The one where you just press it and it just gives you like a certain sound or a beat or something. Okay. So he plays the piano, and then in the middle of the piano he'll just like boom, and he'll mix it, and it'll be like he'll mix it where it mixes well with Beethoven shit, and then like Imagine Dragons or Kanye West. Like, it was really dope. I was like, oh, this nigga's making a whole new, like, genre.
He had that angelic ear for it.
For real. Like, it was crazy. Like, it was, like, basically something you see, like, somebody composing something. You know what I mean?
Those are, the one that I've always liked, the one that, like, kind of reminds me of that kind of style is, Reggie Watts. If you ever noted it.
I don't know Reggie Watts.
Oh, bro.
You gotta watch.
You look him up.
Right now.
Look him up, bro.
No.
Yeah.
Not after last time.
Oh, well, as long as we don't play the sound, you're fine. We can play the video. It's not like we're live. So,
Yeah. What is his name?
Reggie Watts.
Later, I'll show you like one of his like really good songs that just makes you think like, holy fuck. I love when he like does that shit. Also, side note, that nigga is ripped now.
Oh, this guy.
He is so ripped.
Okay, I know
now.
who you're talking about. I didn't know the name, but yeah, this dude is really good. I seen him on Jimmy Kimmel before not Jimmy Kimmel. What's his name? Who does the Tonight Show now? Who took over Jay Leno?
Oh, Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon. When Jimmy Fallon had his old show before Jay Leno retired, remember he had his own talk? Mm-hmm. It was like the late show or something.
Yeah, the late show.
And he had him on one time. That's how I first saw him. I saw him on the Jimmy Fallon show.
I just want to be in the studio with him for one day. He looks very quirky and fun though.
Yeah, he looks like it would be like a good hangout spot. Studio with him.
Funniest part is that he grew up in Montana.
Huh. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Montana.
Mm-hmm.
I've been you guys ever saw America's Best Dance Crew back in the day?
Mm-hmm. No.
You never saw that shit?
No.
Oh, man,
I'm not into all those competitions.
It was on MTV, and I wasn't into it, but that was the one show because that shit was so dope. It was just like these street crews would just go head to head in dance competitions, and that's where I first found out about the Jabbawockeez. Season 1.
Oh, yeah, I think that's where everybody found out about
Jabbawockeez. I knew about the Jabbawockeez because they were actually on what's it called? They were on America's Got Talent. I remember seeing them when my mom used to watch it, and my mom was like, "Look at this, you'll probably like it." And it was like them doing like from a hip hop song. Because in the beginning of America's Got Talent, there wasn't really anybody trying to do hip hop on the show. It was mostly either a singer, a magician, a guy doing a crazy fucking like trick.
Yeah, they weren't really giving it to dancers. Like
that. Now it's literally America's Got Talent. Britain's Got Talent has become either you're a magician, you're a comedian, or you're a singer.
Bro.
That's it. Before they used to do some crazy shit. I remember I saw one shit where when it was George Lopez on the show. And they had fucking dudes doing tap dancing with to like rock songs, and they're like they have these chains that they spin around with fire on them. Like it was super choreographed. Like it was like everybody's doing the same thing at the same time. It was crazy. Like looking at it, it's mesmerizing because it's like everybody's in unison at once.
That's fucking dope, man. Like I actually like watching shows like that, like more theatrical shows like that.
Yeah, like. I wasn't into dance. Like, when I saw the first episode of ABDC, I didn't like it. And I was like, let me give it a second chance. And the second episode I saw, And that's when I saw the Jabbawockeez, and I totally loved it after. I just wanted to watch it for the Jabbawockeez.
You know, do me a favor. Can you actually just put up like
Jabbawockeez? Yeah.
But their last performance, like the tribute to Michael Jackson, because it's actually one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites too. Fucking, it's just crazy dope.
Shout out to the Jabbawockeez.
Because it was the mask. Because it made it more like, all right, I'm not focusing on one guy. I'm looking at the whole group.
I remember that year, everyone wanted to be a fucking Jabbawockeez.
Yeah, man, I had gotten the mask. I got the mask from Tate's because as soon as they fucking premiered, they started selling them at Tate's. And I love the fact that they did this. They were the first ones that I saw to do this, like, make your body move like a robot, like literally, like they did it on a whole nother level as a group wise.
You know, it was actually really good too. Those twins. I forgot those twins' names.
I know which one you're talking about. I don't remember their names either, but I've seen them on. I've seen them through NBA halftime shows before.
My God, bro, the chemistry they had together on the dance floor is ridiculous. My God.
Missy Elliott had 2 kids that were super good at dancing, always in her videos. I wonder what happened to those 2 kids.
I know
one she was a girl, she wore pigtails, and then the other one was a boy who had blonde hair.
The girl kept on doing the movies up to that, you know.
She was an actor. Yeah, she was an actress.
I saw her up to that like one last dance movie. I forgot what it was. Whatchamacallit? Oh fuck.
I'm trying to remember the movie I saw her in. I seen her in Even Steven. That's where I first saw her. I think she was like the little sister or some shit.
No, she wasn't Even Stevens.
She was in a Disney show. I remember that shit. Oh, I remember. She was in that Sweet Life, Zack and Cody. Yeah, that's where she was from. But
I don't even know who the fuck y'all talking about right now.
You don't remember the little girl and the little boy who would always dance with Missy Elliott in her videos back in the day? The one with the pigtails?
Yeah.
She was at least an... I don't know about the boy.
She's like a big choreographer now. Choreographer now. And yeah, like they've done like the reports on her. I've seen on like Huffington Post on like, hey, remember the Missy Elliott girl from 10 years ago? Here she is now, and she's still killing it. You know, she's still killing it and shit. You know, like all that.
I mean, that's good, you know, when you're good at something from a young age. The craziest shit I seen on when I was watching the stuff last night was this young girl. She was a magician, but I liked how she did it. She was basically a little Tony Stark. If you see how Tony Stark does his shit, he talks to you. He explains it as he's walking and makes it this big performance. You know what I'm saying? In the movie, that's how she was doing. She's like walking around. Let me show you the way of magic. And like, you know, I'm like, oh, she was like 6 years old. I'm like, yo, this girl's a performer because she has like, I couldn't not watch. I was like, what is she gonna do next? Get the fuck out of here. She's pulling cards out of people's ears and shit. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Is this your card? No, that's my kidney, you bitch.
Yo, Jabbawockeez were the shit.
Yeah,
they were the shit. There was one group that could fuck with them, and they're the ones that made it to the finals with them. But in the finals, Jabbawockeez destroyed them.
Was that the final performance?
No, this is like the 5th week. Like the week before this, they did a good performance, but it wasn't their best, and like the judges were like, "Nah, you got to come harder." So when they said, "Oh, you got a pretty young thing, Michael Jackson," they just went in. Yeah, this is my favorite part. He just kills it. It's like everybody's doing it so smoothly at the same time. Killing it, dog.
We're watching the Pretty Young Thing performance from the Jabbawockeez right now.
And then the dude's a coke. That's dope. I remember that's when that was before
Jabbawockeez.
That was before he was on Good Morning America.
Jabbawockeez.
This is what he had to do. This is what he had to do to get on that.
That's crazy. Like that's racist. But if I do like a hello Jabbawockeez, you know, like if I do like a Mexican accent or something like that, that's fine.
So they had JC, they had Little Mama, and then I don't remember the guy on the left.
I mean, I understand Lil Mama because she's kind of been the dancing thing was kind of her thing from the jump. I know other Buddy, Black Buddy was he's like a choreographer.
Oh, I don't even know who that guy is.
Or something like that.
They switched him out in season 2. The next season, they put the Japanese guy, and the Japanese guy stayed for the rest of I think they had 8 seasons, but I only saw up to the 3rd season. Then
wasn't it one of the Jabbawockeez guys?
Nah, the Jabbawockeez. They were too busy, bro. You know the Jabbawockeez now have a hit show in Vegas.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, they did the final Game 7 halftime performance. They have the video of it, and it was really dope.
Game 7 of what?
NBA Finals.
Oh, the NBA Finals
of the 2 years ago.
Oh, true.
So they get some big performances, and they opened up for Shaq. After they won it, their very big one was when Shaq made All-Star, 2000. I want to say 9 or 10. He was with the Phoenix Suns the last time he made All-Star, and he came out with the Jabbawockeez and danced with them with the mask.
That's right.
on.
I remember that.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna look for that shit. It reminds you that Shaq can actually dance.
That big ass.
It was a Jabbawockeez.
Oh, Jabbawockeez. He killed it though. My boy Shaq.
I like how he killed that movie she's in.
Oh, ugly.
I saw just the other day there was a competition between Shaq and Charles Barkley. Because I don't know if you know, Charles Barkley's in shape now.
People. Sorry.
Charles Barkley got in shape. He's lean again.
Look at him. Yeah.
This is when Shaq was still in his fucking... This is when Shaq was still in his 30s.
No, he wasn't. This is towards the end, bro.
He's only 45.
That's what I'm saying.
He retired 2 years ago.
This was what then? 38?
Yeah, that's what I said. It's still in his 30s. It's still in your 30s.
Okay.
What you meant? I'm 31?
I thought you. Yeah, I guess you were. I guess I thought.
No, I said
meaning
still in
more
his
early 30s. I'm like, there's no fucking way.
No. No, he was with the Heat. He was in his early 30s.
What song are they using? Do you know?
Trying to remember the goddamn artist. Nas. It was that album that Nas had where Hip Hop Is Dead.
Okay. It was called Hip Hop Is Dead. That was the name of the album.
Was it? Oh, I know he had a song called Hip Hop Is Dead.
Yes.
See, that was the finals. But
Oh, the 2017.
yeah, they came out to E40. They came out to E. Okay, they there was a whole halftime show. They had the whole
40
thing.
water.
So they came out to E40. They came out. Then they did.
40 water.
They did. What's the scenario? And then I forgot the last song they did after that.
What's the scenario?
From Tribe Called Quest. Here we go, yeah. Here we go, yeah.
Oh, okay, scenario.
Yeah.
When you said what's the scenario, I'm you mean Scenario by Tribe? But yeah, I thought E40 had a track called What's the Scenario.
Oh no. But yeah, Jabbawockeez, man. That's I was just in this rabbit hole and I just started seeing their newest performances, and they sell out every night in Vegas, which is fucking crazy because it's Vegas.
Yeah.
So they're making crazy money. Because Britney Spears makes I heard Britney Spears makes almost $300,000 a night.
That's ridiculous.
That's how much the tickets go for. It's sold out. When all of them were sold out, it's about $300,000 with sponsorship and everything involved in one night. Yeah, she'll make some crazy money. I mean, mind you, you got to take the tax out, but it's still a lot of money for one night.
These motherfuckers. That's got to be pretty fucking sweet, though, man. What do you get to do? Oh, we just charged $500,000. What'd you do? We danced for 20 minutes.
They have the unique talent that their story is crazy because for many years they didn't practice together. In high school, I guess they were together, and then they all went their separate directions in California, but they still kept in touch and they practiced on their own. And then when they got together, the chemistry was so good that it's like they never went away. So they're like really unique because I don't think a lot of teams could be that way. Plus, they're all phenomenal dancers.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think you're a better dancer, Hello.
Maybe salsa.
I'm just sitting there wagging that belly.
Yeah. Yeah, like this was dope.
If y'all can see this nigga's face.
Just biting his bottom lip and all that shit.
I wonder how much money they made off of that one performance.
$1 million.
Maybe.
No, for sure. I think they have, if I'm not mistaken, they have that movie on HBO right now.
Oh, I saw the trailer that I'm definitely gonna go see and watch to the Uncle Drew movie. Did you see that shit?
Excuse me?
Yeah, there's an Uncle Drew movie.
With Kyrie Irving?
Kyrie Irving, Shaq, Nate Robinson, Reggie Miller, and Chris Webber.
Being produced by who?
I'm not sure. I don't remember. I gotta look that up. But I just saw the trailer last night, and it was fucking hilarious. So fucking funny. I cannot... they did a right job because Chris Webber, Shaq, and Reggie... Well, first, if you put Chris Webber, Shaq by themselves, they're going to be fucking hilarious because they're fucking funny. You had Charles. I wish they had a Charles, but they didn't. So you got Nate in there, and then you got Kyrie. Shit's fucking...
That's crazy.
It's funny as fuck. I can't wait to see that movie. They might just...
When does it come out?
I'm not sure exactly. I was just they didn't show me the full like big trailer.
Look it up.
I will watch it after because I want to watch it with sound. Plus I'm watching the Jabbos. Niggas killing it right there. Oh,
It's weird without music, without the sound. Like watching them dance. It's just creepy. It's just weird. It's just...
Including since they wear masks and shit.
Yeah.
They're like, we're gonna kill you. We're gonna kill you.
This to me, this just looks like a scene from like Walking Dead. Of like, this is Negan's dance team. They dance, right? This is their death dance. They do this, and then afterwards, Negan beats you in with a bat.
It's a crazy imagination you have.
You know.
He gives you a little performance and then murders you.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, give it up for the Jabbawockeez, guys, eh? Who'd have thought that in a post-apocalyptic zombie...
That's all you hear after that. Who would have known after...
You dead, nigga.
You dead.
You dead.
You Glenn, nigga.
I'm done. Yeah.
I saw something where they're still bringing him back in certain episodes. That's so crazy how he's still making money off that shit, even though his character's like dead and has been dead for 2 seasons.
Who?
Glenn's character. Like they do these little flashbacks with his wife's character, and like they'll have to bring him back because it has to look like she's hallucinating and she's seeing him. Mm-hmm. So like obviously he's getting paid for those episodes. So it's crazy. Like that's got to be a good feeling. They kill you off, but you still making money 2 seasons later. That's probably what's going to happen with the son. If they really killed off the son, you're going to have to bring him back for a couple episodes. So he's still going to get some his paid money. I see. I would never get VIP for a finals.
Why?
I'm gonna be in the backs most of the time. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather watch the fucking game. I just want to. If my sole purpose is I want to watch that game, I'm not getting VIP.
Courtside.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get courtside because I want to watch the game. Now, if I don't give a shit about the game and I want to meet the players or whatever, yeah, I'll get VIP because you're gonna be back there most of the time. You know what I mean?
Historical NBA champions. So we're at 35.
You want to call it a night?
Yeah.
Works for me.
Works for me.
Well, people, this one's going to be a short cast this week. Unfortunately, we are a little tied up for time right now, but we didn't want to just leave y'all out with that, without anything. So, thank you very much for everybody that has been liking and sharing and commenting and subscribing and all that stuff. Every week I say it time and time again, but it's only because it's true. Every time I get a new notification saying so-and-so liked the page or so-and-so liked the post, I always get geeked just because it's like people are actually checking the shit out. So, thank you very, very much. Be sure to follow us online everywhere. Parental Advisory Cast on Facebook, Instagram, and SoundCloud. Parental Podcast. Soon to be changed, the name. On Twitter, and PA Podcast on Snapchat. But yeah, man.
We're gonna call it the Rolling Loud, our VD story podcast.
Yeah. Itches and Twitches. The VD podcast,
starring RVD, Rob Van Dam.
Sound like it's retarded.
Shout out to Rob Van Dam in all his glory.
Yeah. Eventually, we work up to the live show where we have Jean-Claude Van Damme
being interviewed by Rob Van Dam.
Damn.
And they're trading different VD stories. Different times they got VD.
Oh, damn it. So Cody, just before we leave, funny story about Van Dam. Cody Garbrandt, the champion that talks shit that got his ass knocked out.
Rob or Jean-Claude?
For Jean-Claude Van Damme. He asked, John Van Damme asked him, hey, can I come to your workout and show you a couple tricks? Mind you, he was the former featherweight champion. So he just lost his title. Remember that one I was showing you when talking shit goes wrong and he was the guy talking all that shit and got knocked out?
Oh, okay, right. The white kid?
Yeah, so he goes to this workout and Van Damme didn't show up for like an hour after. And then when he showed up, he's trying to head kick the kid. Like, mind you, like that's a big no-no.
Right, you don't
in practice. You don't try to fuck him up.
Yeah, no.
So like he didn't like that shit at all. He just left, and it was just a fucking funny story. Van Damme over here trying to be cool with MMA fighters. Almost got his ass whooped.
Trying to fight motherfuckers, yeah.
Well, that's what you get, bro.
That's crazy.
Fine, niggas.
But yeah, man. So thank you very much for listening, guys. We will be back next week. I am JServe. You can find me at JServe954 on all social media. JServe TV on YouTube.
Find me on LOSOYT for YouTube, and for social media, LOSO463 for all platforms.
Actually, your Twitter isn't LOSO463. It's DC King.
Well, if you put LSO, you can find it because my Twitter
like
handler,
the banner,
but you can find
says LSO, but your handle is DC King.
Oh, but if you put in LSO, you'll find it because it will automatically put it on my banner.
Yeah, I actually saw it.
It's actually like my Instagram is the same thing. It's just reversed, but the thing is LSO, the banner or whatever it's called.
Your handle on Instagram is LSO.
Is it? Well,
yeah.
Maybe a fully change.
Yeah. But yeah, and
yeah, good Lord, Jennifer Lopez.
I'm Womo, and you can find me at Womo_Chiquito on Instagram and goddamn it, Snapchat.
All right, we out.
We out this bitch, y'all. I'm gonna look at Jennifer Lopez titties real quick. Peace.